Now, as we come to the rear of Droptail, we can immediately appreciate the strong impression of sculpture, particularly the taper towards centerline. The view is dominated by this transom surface, which in many ways mimics the construct of a yacht. It also serves as an uninterrupted canvas for the placement of these jewel-like rear tail lamps. And while highly modern in their execution here, they actually serve as a historic nod to the early roadster-bodied Rolls-Royces. The dynamic nature of the roadster body is also evident in the proportion of the lower diffuser element that establishes the width, particularly the rear track of the car. This is, of course, a driver's car, and therefore there are demands aerodynamically placed on this rear area. Now, we were able to, let's say, develop and work with these demands by creating an aerodynamically sculpted profile in this rear deck area, which together with this floating element here provides the downforce for the car when it's traveling at speed. Now, as we follow the cow line back up, we arrive at the interior, where we can immediately appreciate the three key design gestures. The first is the shawl element that takes the line that develops off the front of the grille, comes rearwards into the waist rail before then enveloping the two occupants and cosseting them. This provides the level of romance, the level of intimacy that one would expect with a two-seater proposition. Secondly, you can see the center console plinth, this beautiful elliptical element that is more akin to what you would expect to find in an architectural space rather than in an automotive one. And this element sits high, again giving the impression that the occupants are deep down and protected within the cabin space. And the final gesture is, of course, the instrument panel, reflecting the materials and the colors of La Rose Noire, in particular the inclusion of the red accent together with the high precision metalwork, but as a first for us, also the incorporation of the parquetry into the center needle coins of the dials themselves. By way of the client's request, we worked together with Audemars Piguet to produce and integrate one of their unique high complication timepieces into the fascia panel of the car itself. But moreover, fulfill the exacting wishes from the client that it should also be wearable on the wrist. Now, when the client is to enter the car, they can then remove the timepiece and place it into the clasp holder here, where it will retreat back into the instrument panel and the straps can be stowed separately.